much. Thank you very much, and welcome back. This is Hot Seat. This is where it's all happening, right? Hey, you know, I know Johnny Carson and Merv Griffin and Phil Z. Donahue all sit home and watching my wonderful audience and eating their hearts out, right? I mean, I'll tell you the truth. I was watching Phil Donahue the other day, and they panned on the audience, and half of them were sound asleep. Okay. It is time now, before we get on to those other nitwits that we were talking about, David, it's time to introduce our first victim on tonight's Hot Seat, and I believe we're going to be talking about gun control. So if you will, David.
Okay, first up tonight, Wally, is Pete Guerilla, who says he is in favor of banning handguns.
I think you can see that you are really not agreed with on tonight's show, right?
During the past shows, I expect a type of low intelligence.
Low intelligence?
Well, I only got you to blame, I mean. They all try to be like you, Wally. They all try to be like you.
Hey, talk about low intelligence. Only people with low intelligence like you could be in favor of banning handguns.
Wally, have you ever looked at the statistics of who gets killed by handguns? The fact of the matter is, 85% of the people who are killed by handguns are people who know each other. There's somebody who buys a handgun to protect themselves, and their son shoots themselves, they shoot their wife, they shoot their neighbor who's playing the stereo too loud. And when you come out and say that you're in favor of those people and guns, you're saying that you're in favor of Americans killing each other. And if you're in favor of that, you're sick, Wally.
Let me answer this little pipsqueak, all right? You don't have to lean into the microphone. We can hear your stupid little voice without leaning into the microphone. Now, let me answer you. I am certainly in favor of citizens in this great country having handguns to be able to defend their families and their children.
Okay, well, you tell me this.
Wait a minute.
How many crimes are like that? Only 15% of all crimes are people.
Will you wait till I answer you?
And not if you're going to say stupid things like that. Why should I let you? You're putting a snow job on these people. Wally, I can forgive your ignorance.
Wait till I answer
your ignorance. Wally, your argument you're putting up is put forth.
You haven't heard
people.
my argument yet. Let me finish my statement, and then you can answer it.
Okay.
Now, I'm saying this. Don't you realize in that little pea brain of yours...
Hey, don't call my brain pea brain. You think with your terrier, buddy. If you're going to...
Let me just tell you this. If you can't realize... Hold on. If you can't realize that if we do indeed ban handguns in the United States of America, then can't you see the only people who will have handguns will be criminals,
You're right, Wally.
And the law-abiding citizens won't be able to protect themselves.
Hey, Wally, you want me to answer that? You're right, Wally. You're absolutely right. But the fact of the matter is, that only accounts for 15% of the handgun murders in this country. The other 85% are the people who go out and buy a gun to protect yourself. Now, let me finish this. When you buy a handgun, Wally, and bring it into your house, the chances of you being killed by a handgun increase by over 10 times. So you aren't protecting yourself by buying a handgun.
Do you know almost twice as many people are killed by slipping in the bathtub each year as are killed by handguns? Shall we ban the bathtub?
Okay, Wally. Let me ask you a question. What was the bathtub made for?
What's that?
What was the bathtub made for?
Listen.
You can bring up cars, you can bring up knives, but the fact of the matter is, with all those things, cars are made to transport people, bathtubs are made to clean yourself, which you might try to do someday.
Oh, hey!
But a gun is only made to shoot people, and you don't protect protect yourself.
Wait,
You say the purpose of a gun is to protect yourself. You don't protect yourself when you buy a gun. When you buy a gun, your chances of being killed by a gun increase by 10 times.
Wait a
If you would look at the facts, and Wally, like I said before,
Just a minute.
when you're in favor
All
of
right,
guns,
now
you're in
look.
favor of death.
Now look.
You're in favor of Americans, the
someone
wanton slaughter of
hold
Americans
on.
killing themselves. You're right, Wally. When a criminal breaks into your house, a handgun is very effective.
Well, then why do you want to take it away from everybody
Because that
then?
only accounts for 15% of the deaths.
If
Most
we can
deaths of
save
handguns-
50% of American
Okay,
lives,
Wally.
I say let's do it.
Okay, Wally, how would you say if we say 50% of American lives are being killed right now? Because banning handguns will save 50% of the people being killed by
You
guns
are
today.
so full of it, isn't it?
Hey, have you looked at the facts, Wally? Where do you get your statistics? I get my statistics from the FBI crime report. Now, are you calling the FBI statistics liars?
All right,
Look, you're saying that, don't you suppose that people are going to find another way to kill each other if you ban handguns? How did you think people didn't kill each other before guns were even invented?
You're right, but the fact of the matter is, handguns are the most
How do you
effective,
think Cain
efficient
killed
way.
Abel? He didn't shoot him.
Hey, how
Yeah, well, let's go back to that time where there were
Wait a
less
minute.
people were killing
Wait a
each other
minute,
less
pal.
often.
Let's go back to Patrick Henry, who said, and I quote Patrick Henry, the great object in America is that every man should be able to be armed. Everyone who is able should have a gun. I'll be right back.